Whenever it's recording. Hey colleagues, just kind of a quick run through on the battery and loop electric motor. Okay. Hey, so the first thing I did was take a paper clip here, fold that piece out. Sorry about that. Okay. And then do it as it was designed in the lab, and then with the rubber bands attached it to either end, one to the positive, one to the negative. The stand for the battery makes a nice holder. You can see I don't have it dropped all the way in, I have it sitting on top of that. Okay. Next we'll need is the magnets. Okay. This size magnet works pretty well, and it actually sticks to the casing of the battery. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way and just want to show you the loop of wire. Okay. Here's a loop of wire, about 1 meter's worth of wire, and just a little note here. Okay, what's important is that we have the current flow only during a part of the rotation, or else the motor will end up kind of locking or sticking. Okay. So what I've done is on each side here is to file off the insulation. This is what's referred to as magnet wire, and it has a thin insulation that's tightly bonded to the wire. Don't know if it shows up well in here, but hopefully you can see that the color here is a little bit different than here. It's a little deeper red. This is more that bright peachy of a brand new penny. If I turn this over, you can see that the whole thing is that same color, kind of that amber color. So I'll turn it over on this side, and on both sides I want to sand that away. The instructions say you can sand one side all the way around. That works fine too. Just one side, you have to limit the sanding to one side. Pretty good size here. The instructions say make it square if you can. If you can't, this works out well. This is about 1 inch in diameter. I'll bring this back in here. Try to pose that properly. Okay, if I drop this in here, so what will happen is when it's on, when the part with the insulation has been removed and is touching the what was called paper clips, then we end up having a continuous path. Because we have a circular path for the current, it will generate a magnetic field, and then when it flips over, okay, there'll be no current, and it's just by its momentum it'll keep turning. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this on here. Couple important things you'll want to tell the students about is make sure this is pretty well balanced. If it's not balanced, there may not be enough force. I'll use the word torque or force to flip this thing over. Okay, also to make sure that those let's see, the areas are free of any of the insulation. After you've run it for a while, you can get a little bit of burning of the wire just as it rotates. You get little tiny sparks that can end up influencing how well it turns as well. Okay, so I'll place it on here. Okay, and I'll probably have to give it a little bit of a kickstart, and there it goes. Oh, it actually gets going so fast. You can see it'll start walking off of the supports, so I have to kind of guide it back. That'd be a good project for students to try to think about. Hey, will this actually, how can I shape the ends so that it won't hop off the ends? Okay, so I got working pretty quickly. If it doesn't work the first time, you may have to just turn this around to get the magnetic fields. It seems to work best when it ends up opposing and then helps flip that over. Okay, hope that's helpful.